The gold medal match. And in the men's bronze medal match, it will be number 3 against number 24. Interesting matchup right here. Once again, we will see Mike Schloesser, and he'll be taking on Domagoj Buden of Croatia. The Croatian archer, number 24 after qualifying, but he got wins over Dominic Genet by 2, Mario Cardoso by 3, Demir Elmaachla by 2, and then he lost to the Turkish archer, Evren Çağıran. And so Dom Buden is in the bronze medal match. 18 years old, ranked 32nd in the world, averaging just over 9.6 points per arrow.
Which will change after this event.
Yes. Yeah, those percentages, those averages are going to go down.
Yeah.
And now,
well, and his world ranking will go up. And
you see Mike Schloesser, and he's wearing the vest. The Dutch archers are wearing that vest, and there's actually a cooling material that's in that vest trying to keep the body temperature down. So while it may look hot, it's actually intended, and I think it does work to a good large extent to bring the body temperature down. So there's a great look at Mike Schloesser, number 3 qualifier. He had 2 byes this week, then finally got going against Alexander Dombayev, defeated him by 4, knocked off Adam Ravenscroft by 2, as you get a good look at Ron Vanderhoff, his coach. Some guy named Rio Wild also shot against Mike Schloesser this week. And then Schloesser lost a shoot-off to the other Turkish archer, Samet Can Yakula, and he winds up in the bronze medal match. So Mike Schloesser, 22 years old, number 1 in the world, right now in the World Cup rankings, averaging 9.8 per arrow, and he's taking on Dom Buden from Croatia.
And both these guys are in the World Cup finals. But a great start for Mikey. Mikey's had some struggles in finals matches the last bit, and so.
And he talks about it. He doesn't shy away from the subject.
No.
It's something he knows he's got to face head on and get over.
Yeah.
Shooting with that cooling vest on.
Yeah, he's had the struggles, and so we'll see if it holds out or if he gets over it or not.
Tied at 19 after the first 2 shots. Along with Rio Wild, I'm Carl Archie, and we hope you're enjoying our live shot-by-shot coverage. Mike Schloesser doing what Mike Schloesser does time and time again, putting it in the 10 ring and putting the pressure on Dom Buden of Croatia, who falters slightly and trails by 1.
Yeah, and he's had a good season this year. I mean, he didn't make it to Colombia, but did well in China and has done well here. And so, like I said, it puts him in the World Cup finals for the first time ever. And that's no matter what anybody says, that's a pretty big achievement.
Well, there's only 7.
Yeah,
who
7
qualify.
in the world.
7 in the world who will qualify because the host nation gets the 8th archer.
Yeah, or even in some instances,
they'll qualify another one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So at most you can have 2.
Yeah. So like in the women's, there's going to be 2 there because they qualified 1 and they get the other position. So that puts it down to really, truly 6. Other than what it's a tough challenge. Anybody can say all they want, but it's to make that. You've had a pretty good season.
Mike Schloesser's going to Denmark. So is Demir Elmaachla from Turkey. Rio Wild, my partner in crime here today, he's headed for Denmark. Seppi Siljers, Sergio Pagni, and Dom Buden. And it may be coming down to who wins the gold medal match to determine who also gets to go to Denmark, which of the 2 Turkish archers. But that's yet to be decided. We've got other more pressing matters at hand right now in this bronze medal match between Schloesser and Buden.
And Mikey's shot looks pretty good. Like I think going into this match, Mike had some confidence. He talked to me a little bit earlier about what the wind was doing down there and everything like that. And he almost had a different demeanor than he's had. So maybe this is the match that kind of gets him back over that hump. I don't know.
He has done some amazing things in this sport, and done it at a very young age. He's only 22 and already, established world records.
Yeah. World champion.
World champion.
Yeah. He's done. There isn't much that Mikey hasn't done yet. You know, I mean.
And he's still got a long way to go.
It's a longer shot for Mikey.
You can see his eyes shifting a little bit too.
And maybe here's the ghost starting to come back. It was a different. That was a different shot than he's made.
It was a different
shot.
shot.
I mean, his others have been off so quick and stuff like that.
Did you notice his eyes?
Yes, it did shift.
What does that tell you?
Mikey shoots. Mikey takes the shot in a way. Like if you've watched him, I watched some of his deals. He'll grab at that trigger. And I watch him come from a long ways out. I watch him tap it. I watch him put his finger on it. It's not truly consistent. I watch him at a time where he taps on it to make it go off. I just think that like at times if he gets it rolling, man, it's amazing. But Mikey practices a lot. I think that helps him get through a lot of it. But when I think the nerves are on the table and stuff like that, it gets hard to do that, to duplicate that.
Start searching for answers.
Yeah, and your body's like, is it going to be this one that's going to go in the middle, or is it going to be, you know?
And sometimes you just got to go with what you know.
Yeah.
And with what, you know, has worked for you in the past and stay true and stay with that.
I think the biggest part with this stage is you got to learn to trust. Trust your equipment.
It's a good point.
Trust what you've practiced. Trust what you've done. Because we all get nervous. There's not one of us that steps out on that field that we're not nervous.
Oh, sure. The heart rates are going.
They're
all, I don't know if they're off the charts, but they're elevated.
Yeah, because we all want this. We're hungry. We don't want to lose. We don't, you know.
Well, I've always heard that, you know, great athletes are motivated more by fear of failure than the desire for success, actually.
I would not disagree with that at all. I mean, I believe wholeheartedly that that's a fear of failure.
And you've got to manage that. And he's managing it really well right now with that shot.
I mean, he's down 2. So
Ron van der Hoef has done everything he can to work with him.
Yeah, and Ron's done a great job with the Netherlands, man.
Oh, yeah. Terrific coach.
Yeah, what a group they have there. I mean, the Netherlands program has been really good. I mean, Wheatsy left there and went to Italy, and they've done very well. So
good, Jones.
Mikey back at it.
And you look on the recurve side with the Netherlands, too. Getting better, getting stronger. Chef Vandenberg winning in Shanghai at stage 1 this year.
Yeah, the Netherlands as an archery program has done amazing things.
Big time shot right there.
Yeah.
And Buden has a 2-point lead. And the advantage right now. And you just, all of a sudden, you turn around, you look, and you see, and very quietly he's gone about his business. And there you see, 28, 29, 30. He's got 87 points to 85 for Mike Schloesser after the first 3 ends. So Mike's having to come out of a position where he's trying to come back now.
Yeah, and he just doesn't look as comfortable as he did to start.
Got all the talent in the world.
Yeah, I mean, you look at him and you just, I love Mikey to death, and I wish there was a magic pill I could give to help him because he's an amazing shot, you know, but it's just, and he'll do it. He'll figure it out. Without a doubt in my mind, Mike will figure this out.
Well, how many great golfers have you seen who got what we call the yips?
Oh,
you know?
Tons of them.
We've seen players in different sports where it's just a simple play, and all of a sudden, they get the yips, and they can't execute, and something happens.
Yeah.
But they got to get past it, and most of them do, and I think Mike Schloesser will.
Yeah.
He may do it here in the next couple of ends.
Yes, he might. And like I say, the funny part to me about Mike is, man, he doesn't get it until he gets out here. I mean, he shoots amazing.
During qualifying, during eliminations.
World records and high eliminations, and does it all.
I mean, stuff that makes people's jaws drop.
Yeah.
Even you.
Oh, yeah.
As great as you are and as much as you've done, even you're impressed.
Yep. He's solid. Comes back with another 10. I mean, we were discussing today, me and him, and he was giving me a bad time because he beat me. It's the first time out of the past 6 matches he's beat me. And so it's just interesting to see that, you know, that he struggles at this point so much.
Meanwhile, Dom Buden is not struggling at all. He's shooting a great match.
And he started off a little weak and has gone nothing but strong since then.
And looks every bit the World Cup Finals qualifier that he is.
Yeah. And again,
what a shot.
10, yeah.
Just quietly going about his business.
Yeah.
Just doing it almost methodically.
Yeah.
So Mike Schloesser in a bind, and it's getting worse.
Yeah, 10 here to give Buden a 3-point lead with 3 arrows left.
And the men from Zagreb, Croatia, comes through with 10s across the board. And he is getting closer and closer to the bronze medal here in the men's compound competition. Saturday afternoon here on the Turkish Riviera, Antalya, Turkey, stage 3 on the 2016 Hyundai Archery World Cup Tour. And there you see the score, 117-114 in favor of Dom Buden.
And like I said, now with 3 points with 1 in left, Buden pretty much can figure he can miss at least 2 and still win. And so it takes a little pressure off. You don't have that huge, I got to put 3 in there to win. It's a little more of a deep breath, execute some good shots, and it's not as bad.
Line that pin up at the center of the target.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Mikey strokes these last 3. The look in his face is totally different than it has been the whole time. And maybe I'm wrong, but...
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
We always want to see every archer shoot their very best.
Very best.
There's the first of the 3 10s you've predicted.
Yeah.
Oh, Swami.
Yeah.
Buden. Bingo.
Yeah. Well, there's 1 back. And Mikey with a 10 here could lay a little more pressure on Buden, you know, and he's only down up 2. But there's a 9.
That's a 9.
And in turn, you could go to the fact that Buden missing that 1 made Mikey think, hey, maybe there's a shot now, which Buden should be able to relax.
You can never let off the gas pedal.
No.
Never.
No.
Still not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, the door is not.
Has to be a 10.
10.
And he got the 10. So
he
now
needs a 9 to win, which we haven't seen an 8 yet, really.
Nope, we have not. Dom Buden.
There's the figure. Oh. And a 10. That's
wraps it up. Leaves no doubt about it. A 2-point victory for the Croatian archer from Zagreb. And you could sort of start to see this coming at stage 1 in Shanghai. He finished 8th there. So not all that surprising to see him have success here in Antalya, Turkey, work his way through the elimination rounds, get to the bronze medal match, and in the bronze medal match, he knocks off Mike Schloesser.
Yeah.
And does it by a couple of points.
Yep, it does.
So it's been interesting this year. In Shanghai, at stage 1, it was Australia's Michael Brosnan who got past the Netherlands' Peter Elzinga. Then in the stage 2 in Medellin, it was Martin Damsbo defeating Mike Schloesser. And here, again in the bronze medal match, Mike Schloesser falls, this time to the Croatian archer Dom Buden.